is the news at 10.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us here on the news at 10. A regularly scheduled West Ada school board meeting tonight, and they wanted to assess their COVID protocols, see if they needed to change anything in light of the Omicron surge. Instead of implementing tighter restrictions, the board voted to get rid of one of their COVID-19 protocols entirely, notifying parents of classroom exposures. Katya, you listened in on this meeting, which is still going on, by the way. What went into the decision making here? Well,
definitely a lot of back and forth since it started, and it passed in a 2-3 vote. The district will no longer be sending emails to parents and family when a child tests positive in their children's classroom, meaning if your kid were to be exposed at school, you would no longer be notified. Now, this was not something that was brought up in public testimony. People were given 2 minutes to voice their concerns before any board decisions about COVID protocol changes. Most concerns were about any potential changes to the district's mask policy amid increasing teacher and student absences. Take a listen.
There's nothing that this board can do that will stop what is fundamentally unstoppable. COVID is going to happen. It's going to happen no matter what we do.
I'm not advocating against masks. I'm not advocating against vaccines. I'm asking the Board of Education to stop medical decisions on behalf of the parents.
Last year at this time, most of my kids had been in school from November until now, every day, almost every day, all kids. Yes, they were wearing masks, but they were there almost every day. We're at 87 or 88 days. I did the numbers Friday, so it's probably 88 today. I've had 2 days with my entire class in, only 2 all year.
Staff are so stretched thin to cover the demand, and what you are providing in some cases is no longer considered education and might as well be daycare.
According to the district's data, 100 student cases were reported today. 71% of those were within the last 5 days, and there is an 89% attendance rate. And the district says they can usually manage when that number is 90% or higher. Today alone, there were 220 substitute teachers district-wide, and the need is growing. But instead of deciding on stricter protocols, the district decided it was best to no longer send exposure notification emails, as we said, in an effort to give school administrators more teaching time throughout their day.
I just think we're at a point now where it's not the school district's job to be doing that because it is so rampant in our community.
I have also read quite a few emails from parents that are saying they really don't see the point to getting these notifications of exposure. Most of them that I've talked to and have read have said they really do feel like going out in the community right now is pretty much being exposed.
I'm not getting the same emails that say, I've received 5 of these and it's giving me all of this extra concern. It's more of an attention to, gosh, we have a lot of COVID exposure in our schools.
When I think about freedoms, I think about choice. And so what I would encourage us to consider is not taking things away from people, but giving them choice. I think parents should have that right to know, and I'd hate to take that right away from them.
And there was a lot of talk about freedom this time around and adding that to the goals of the board. At one point, there was discussion about if they even needed to keep their COVID-19 dashboard at all. The chair of the board said he suggested parents to get COVID data from the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare's dashboard instead. The board did also vote to have the administration start creating an endemic plan for the current and next school year. More on that coming up on their next board meeting, February 14th. Brian?
All right, so the West Ada Education Association, basically the teachers union, was asking for more transparency from the board going into this meeting, and instead they said, how about less? I guess that's kind of how it played out.
Pretty much.
All right, thanks.